Hello guys, today we're doing the Audi A3 oil change and oil filter change. It's a 08 1.9 diesel, and I'll be using the VW main dealer oil, which is this Quantum 5W30, and I'll be using a man filter. So I've got my car already on the ramps, secure, and first thing I'm gonna do, I already warmed the oil up a bit, so the oil is already nice and warm. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go under the car and remove this tray under here, so we get access to the sump. So this tray here is held by a few screws. Some of them are T25 and there's 3 at the back which is T30s. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, and then we go to the next step. I have removed the cover underneath the sump, and now I'm gonna take the bolt for the sump to drain the oil, which is a 19mm socket. It's a good time as well to check underneath your car to make sure you don't have any leaks or anything like that. Check your exhaust, blah blah blah, any leaks, your CB joints as well, all that stuff. So I'm gonna undo this bolt, get a tray underneath, and then start doing the oil now, and I'll be back. See if I catch this. It's a bit slippery, a bit hot. There we go. Just okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let it drain for a bit. I'm gonna go at the top, remove the cap to help drain a bit quicker, and then after that we're gonna clear under here. My bolt and washer is perfectly fine. I just changed it last time and it's definitely usable again, so I don't need to worry about that. And then we're gonna put the bolt back on, go on the top, and remove the oil filter next. It's finishing draining underneath. I'm just gonna start removing the oil filter and then refit a new filter, go underneath, put the bolt back on, and just fill up the oil again with fresh oil. When you're doing this type of filters at the top with this plastic cover, just be careful because they're not very good. They tend to crack, especially if you over tighten it. I think it says 25 Newton meters torque. And yeah, when I bought the car, when I did the service, the first one, it had a little crack, and then eventually on the second or third service it cracked. I had to buy a new one because previous mechanics over tightened it. So yeah, see if I don't make too much mess. Let it drain a little bit. Got our new oil filter here, nice and clean. It comes with the new O-ring as well, as you can see. So just gonna move this aside a little bit. Okay then. So new seal. Okay, then let's remove this ring. Let's grab the new one. Just a quick wipe as well. Sometimes new kits bring also the one inside. This one doesn't come with it, but to be honest, it should be fine. Okay then, so the new seal is on. Lovely jubbly. And then we just simply put the new filter into place like that. Just clicks in. I'm just gonna go here in the oil filter housing to just give a quick wipe with some paper, and then I'll put the new filter on. Okay then, it's a little bit there, never mind. Okay. Still draining. Right then, so the new filter just goes into place again, and then when you screw this, just make sure you do it by hand first, otherwise you're gonna cross thread it all the way until you can't go anymore by hand, like so. Give that a wipe. Okay then, so it says here the torque is 25 Nm, so I'm just gonna torque it with my torque wrench. I'm gonna go with 20 first and then see how it feels. Okay then, that's 20. To be honest, I don't think I need much more than that. So I'm just gonna give a little nip. Yeah, happy with that. If for some reason it leaks, I just tighten it slightly. Not worried about that. Okay then. So we got our new oil filter in place. So the next thing I'm going to do is go underneath. The oil pretty much top dripping now. Here's our bolt, as you can see it's pretty new, and I'm gonna stick this back on, and yeah, I'll probably give it 25 Nm or something like that as well. If you don't have a torque wrench, just don't go too crazy with it. Here's the oil, nice and dirty. Obviously it's a diesel, so it's quite dirty oil, but it hasn't done many miles anyway. Only 6,000, shouldn't be too bad. Right then. Okay guys, so the sump bolt is back on, I gave 20 Newton meters and seems to be happy in there. I'll be checking for leaks in a minute, making sure it's not leaking. If he needs more, I'll tighten up a little bit more. Okay then, so next step, I'll go up there and refill the oil. I'll begin with 4 liters, which in the book that's what it says, but it always takes slightly more. But yeah, I'll begin with about 3.8, 4 liters, and then we go from there. We turn the car on for a few seconds, and then we take it off the ramps, put it on a straight, and check the level on a stick to see where we at. Okay then, let's stick some oil in, see if I don't make too much of a mess. Hopefully. It's quite easy on this car, it doesn't take too long. Only takes a bit longer if you're filming. Otherwise it's quite good to do on this car. The most annoying thing is to take the under tray, really. Other than that is easy oil change. If anyone is wondering about this oil, this is what VW uses in the main dealer. So yeah, this car has got a DPF, so I need to make sure I use the right spec, especially if you got a DPF filter. It's really important. But yeah, everyone says good stuff about this oil, so I thought give it a go. Previously using Castrol, apparently people say this is made in the same place, but I cannot tell you that. As long as it's the same spec, shouldn't really be any problems. Another half a liter in, and then I'll just check, see where we at. Right. Okay guys, so the oil is in, so I'm just gonna refit the tray underneath. There's no leaks. Gotta put the tray back on, and then yeah, run the car outside and check the level. Okay then, so the car is outside on a straight, and so I let it run for a few seconds and then turn the engine back off. We also put the underneath cover on, so we're pretty much just topping up the oil now. So I just added a little bit over 4 liters. Don't know if the camera is gonna show, but so yeah, it's pretty much on a full. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, and then tomorrow I'll have another check rather than putting old now. I'll just finish tomorrow if it needs, but I think it should be fine. So the next thing, guys, I'm gonna show is the air filter, and then I'm gonna reset the service light as well. So for this air filter, there is about 7 or 8 Phillips screws, so I'm gonna quickly remove them and then we have a look at the filter. And then careful with the wires. And then here's the airbox. Looks pretty clean, to be fair. and the filter itself looks nice and clean, to be honest. I'm not gonna clean it just yet. It's not too bad. Probably next year I'll do a video how to clean it and then how to use the K&N oil as well. Okay then, so I'll put it back on. Make sure the screws line up properly. If you're using power tools like I'm doing now, just be gentle because it's quite powerful. So I'm just going really easy with it. Right then, that's it. That's on now. Okay then, so that's it then. The oil is done, oil filter is done, the air filter is okay. I cannot check the brake fluid today because I haven't got my little gadget with me, but I'll do a video next time. So I'm just gonna tidy up now and then I'll turn the camera back on just to show how to reset the service light inside the car. Okay guys, so I'm in the car now. I'm gonna reset the light. So as you can see, it's saying service due. See if I remember which one is it. I think it's this one. So you push it once and then you hold it, I believe. Yeah, there you go. And then you let it go. Okay, so if I press it now, right then, there you go. So that's that done. So basically you push it out once and then you push it again and you hold it, and then that will reset. Okay, and then you let it go, press it, hold it in, out the say service, the first service, which is the main service, and then the oil change in 9,000 miles of 1 year. So you can also use the machine if you have one. For the other service, for the main service, of course you need the machine. It doesn't let you do it. So you either have a machine or you have to take to a garage, unfortunately, which is annoying. So yeah. If you look in my previous videos, I've got this Ansel machine VD500. This you can use as a scanner tool, and also it lets you reset the service, which you can use as well. So yeah, it just plugs into the OBD, and you can use this one as well, which is quite good. It's quite cheap. I think I paid 30 or 40 quid for it. It's not too bad. I mean, if you go to the garage for to check, they're probably gonna charge you 20 quid or more a go. So yeah, or even to reset, they charge it. It's worth having one in case if you get any codes or anything like that. You can always have a look yourself first before you go to the garage. So yeah guys, this is it. The oil change and oil filter is done. The oil light has been resetted. So yeah, all good for another year, or I like to service it every year or every 6,000 miles. I don't like to to let it go too far. I know probably alright for 10,000, but that's just my opinion anyway. So the next video I might be doing is just to check the brake fluid, see how he's doing. I've done it a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I can't remember. See if he's still okay. If he needs doing, I will do a video how to do it as well. I'll be doing that next. And that's it guys, thanks for watching, bye bye.